Hello everybody, Shadow SP here, and we are back playing more Yggdra Union. Last time we took North Paltina, let's move right on to South Paltina. The Royal Army took North Paltina with Killia's help and moved on to South Paltina. That's what I said. Baldus, the god of war, had received word of the assault on Paltina and quickly returned from the Lenacy Mountains to shore up the defenses. Vulcasa, the Emperor of Carnage, arrived at the southern gate and began preparing for the showdown for the liberation of Paltina. I'm pretty sure in the original Japanese, and I have not actually played this game in Japanese, but I'm pretty sure that Vulcasa's epithet isn't the Emperor of Carnage, it's the like the Blazing Emperor or something like that. Anyway, not important. Oh look, guys. More enemy reinforcements. It's Baldus's unit. Baldus, the god of war! So he has finally arrived. General Baldus, we have them outnumbered. This will be easy. Yeah, sure it will. They've gotten this far. Don't underestimate them. Keep them occupied until the Emperor's forces arrive. Pretty simple. Let's defeat Baldus. Alright, so don't mind me, just gonna do some morale healing real quick. You know, for no apparent reason, yeah. Give me a second here. This is a good morale healing item for later. So is this. This item doesn't even do anything. It's 2 gen. That's it. It's wild. Okay, so the duds technically can be used for morale healing for certain characters, but I think it's just for Nietzsche. But if you collect them all, or like certain numbers of them, you get rewards late in the game. Okay, so we're definitely going to be bringing Durant again on this map, not Nietzsche, for reasons that will become apparent when we see how the map plays out. Yeah, I think we just give Durant this for morale healing. One of these books. Because the books never get better, the medallions do. And we're definitely bringing Roswell. Again, not Nietzsche. Nietzsche is something of a liability here. Hold on, let me check people's equipment. Okay, so oh, sorry, there we go. Yggdra's got nothing. Milinor's got nothing. Durant has nothing, and Roswell has nothing. Okay, so this is a map that using some equipment is kind of a good idea. So let's take a quick look. So Yggdra's gen is very close to 4 stars. That's cool, I guess. Almina Mint is available for tech upgrades. Jeez, Milanor really does have monster level stats already. 3 4-star stats at this stage in the game is pretty good. Alright, let's look over here. Durant is seriously lacking in tech, so if we could get his tech up, that'd be pretty good. Golden Spear literally does the opposite of what I want. I like Golden Wheat as just a way to get Durant 2 luck. It's pretty fun. Okay, so that would give us an attack down, which is bad. The Mage Ring would give him a 3 attack, which is probably good. Because having 2 tech is actually a pretty big liability right now. If we have an ability to get Roswell's attack up, that might be useful. Oh, wow, Dowsing Rods can give Roswell 4 luck. That's actually kind of huge. Okay. I don't want to lose Gen and luck for attack, though. I could use the Ruby Staff, but this is actually a really bad map to use it on. We do have another luck up here if we want to give that to somebody. What about Melanor? Do we have anything we want to give him? Always Ace is kind of nice, but Millenor's the ace of the good cards that we need anyway. We don't need to give Millenor the Grilled Griffin. This is Gen's naturally going to be high enough later. Ogre Blade is mildly interesting, but I don't think we want to use it quite yet. I think we're in for a tough fight, because we're not really seeing much in terms of equipment that I actually really want to use right now. Like our attack boosting equipment, we're kind of looking at like Crystal Rod is basically it. Like, bringing Catastrophe would be good, but with Durant's 2 tech, it's not going to work very well. And this is the Crescendo is not a weapon you ever really want to bring. It's devastating to your morale. Yeah, I guess we go Mage Ring on Durant. That kind of makes sense. Sorry, I'm just double checking again real quick. Because 3 tech is a lot better than 2 on in general for being able to hit your card unleashes. Sorry I'm spending so long on just this screen, but you gotta think about these things. Especially when Gokasa becomes involved in this game. Alright, so we're going to be bringing Shield Barrier, or Steel Shield Barrier, Gravity Chaos, nope, Gravity Chaos. Thinking, let's bring Sanctuary, Banshee's Cry. Thinking real quick. So I think we're gonna bring Flame, because we want to keep powering up the Flame card. Let's bring Blizzard, I want to say. And probably Revolution, just for movement's sake. Alright, so here's Team Yggdra. Let's check our map real quick, actually. Okay, so the vast majority of the tiles that we have access to right now are town tiles. The enemy is on the road, which is kind of annoying, but that does mean that Durant has a place to exist where he's got an advantage in the later part of the map. So that's just another point in favor of Durant. Cannon, fire at will. Alright, so let's check on Baldus. 4 gen. He's got the Epunky, so he can't use skills. And has 1 luck, so literally anyone defeating him gets that item to drop, which is pretty nice. It does give him really high stats, though, so, you know, for what it's worth. Alright, so he's basically the same class as a knight, if we were to look at Durant's class here. Baldus doesn't have the forest disadvantage, and has the additional benefit of voiding ailments, which I'm pretty sure there's only 2 ailments in the GBA version of this game. So this is more relevant in the PSP version, but it's still relevant here because, well, we're gonna see, because we're gonna use the best card in the game. Gravity Chaos. I can hit you all the way from here. Fire at will. Boom. In comes cannon. Yeah, I appreciate the cannon damage. Alright, so we're going to take Millinor here. Let's see. I forgot to see... So we've moved Yggdra down to be in Union, right? So we're looking at Baldus 3rd. So putting Yggdra and then ideally Roswell and then Durant, I'd say. Nope, that's the wrong order. Okay. Well, then let's do it this way. Puts Roswell against Baldus, which is a little suspect, but it's fine. All right, let's go ahead and do this. So with Gravity Chaos, what we're gonna do is go ahead and charge it up. I'll talk about why Gravity Chaos is so good after this splash is over. We'll get there. But for just a little bit of a teaser, Gravity Chaos does inflict an ailment. Right, so that ailment gives you a morale bonus, morale damage bonus, which is pretty nice. Yeah, I have a suspicion that Roswell, unless he gets a really good charge, is going to lose to Baldus. You know, call me paranoid, but Baldus has really good stats. Don't do that. I believe Roswell does not have the tech required to actually hit Gravity Chaos on Baldus. It'd be really nice to take out both of these archers before they get to charge. Well, when I mentioned getting a good charge, I mean, fair enough. That does happen sometimes. It's not really something you plan around, but hey. We take those. Alright, so let's go ahead and get their Gravity Chaos in there. This should probably take out the second hunter. So this takes him down to 1, and he's cursed, so that's pretty strong. Boom. Good stuff. Right, so Gravity Chaos. What's so good about Gravity Chaos? Well, obviously we didn't really get to see it at work here, because we're just kind of overwhelming the randos with our stats. But Gravity Chaos as a card, first of all, it comes with 9 move, which is in the kind of upper tier of movement cards in the game. It's a damaged card, so it's by default kind of okay. And it inflicts an ailment, the ailment being Curse, which slows down the rate that you receive damage. That the enemy deals damage, I should say. And that's really, really good. It also increases the amount of morale damage that you deal when you inflict an ailment like that. It also, Curse means that your opponent can't move very well. They only get to move 1 square a turn. So you can lock your enemies down into a position that is more favorable for you to form unions against. Basically, Gravity Chaos does kind of do it all. No joke. It really is that good of a card. The least relevant thing that it does, that is still very relevant, is it lets Millinor lead the charge and win against Valkyries. Because it's an Axe Ace card. It is the Axe Ace damage card. It deals with a problematic, frequently appearing enemy type, Valkyries. Millinor has a problem dealing with those. But Gravity Chaos lets him beat them basically 100% of the time because of their dark weakness. It's a really good card. It's the best card in the game, and I will not accept any substitutes. Alright, so Baldus with Ace Guard doesn't get to move very much, which is fine. So Durant is going to be a little bit of a punching bag here. That's okay. We're basically just going to try to have Yggdra and Roswell deal with the Griffin Riders. So we can try to focus everything on Baldus on the next turn and win. We don't want Baldus to stick around. That would be problematic. Plus, the more kills we can get with Gravity Chaos now, the stronger the card will be later. And this is a card that has the potential to be a massive sweeper. So you'll see that this Griffin Rider is cursed. That was a bad charge. I'm not scared, not at all. There's no way that we lose against a cursed Griffin Rider. Okay. And like we'll do this aggressive thing, but I really there's no way that Durant wins this. Statistically speaking, it's not possible. Luckily, Baldus' card is not the strongest, and we have 30% geo bonus because we're in town. Oh, and Durant gets a ton of experience because Baldus is like level 10. Okay. So, now we can go ahead and do something a little bit better. So Baldus has the Eponky, so he can't use skills. So if we charged Baldus, he can't he won't sorry, he won't be able to use Ace Guard, which is good for us. Just trying to think here. What's the best way to do this? It's like we don't want to charge we don't want to charge this Griffin Rider with Millinor because we really want Millinor to fight Baldus. He's basically the one guy that's a guaranteed win against Baldus. We also can't have Durant charge the Griffin Rider. We could have Durant charge Baldus. That is an option, and that would leave us with a potential 4 union against Baldus. It would go like Durant into Millinor into Yggdra into Roswell. At the very least, Yggdra would be at a it would be when Baldus has his battle penalty. So we have enough move for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's everybody in position. So yeah, we can go ahead and do the shield barrier. Baldus, the god of war, you face a royal knight. Ah, Sir Durant, I'm ready for you. Yeah, he's pretty much ready for you. Alright, and we're gonna move Killier 1 square over. No particular reason, just, you know. Okay. Oh, Yggdra is last. That's actually way better for us. Alright, so, Baldus. If he was able to use Ace Guard, he is really, really annoying. But since he's not, we do have a chance here. We have to remember that Durant has the Mage Ring, so we'll get faster gauge fills. So we can take advantage of that to do better shield barriers. That was a good charge. Let the gauge fill. Shield barrier up. We can use the fact that we have gauge fills to basically mean Durant can win against Baldus despite his inferior stats, which is nice. I mean, it lets Durant really show his stuff here. We just let the gauge fill. We don't go passive, because if we go passive, we feel slower. And basically, we're just gonna try to sweep Baldus here. Every single charge of victory. I decided we didn't need to fight that Griffin Rider because it was only worth 1 morale or one card point. All right, Durant with the win. Feels good. And we don't have to worry about who kills Baldus because Baldus only has 1 luck. So we'll get the Ebunky no matter what we do. Yeah, that's value. Millinor does have very strong stats. You'll notice Millinor gets a massive boost to meter whenever he's using a low move card. It's because he's got 4 tech. His meter just generates an insane amount. Because tech affects that, right? It affects how much starting meter you get, like the card itself does. All right, so we're gonna try to finish it off with Roswell here. Now, Roswell only having 2 attack is really sketchy, but you kind of got to deal with that. If he gets up to 3, then we're pretty happy. But while he's got 2, I'm not super enthusiastic about setting him up against Baldus with 4 attack. Alright, we're gonna reapply shield barrier. We're doing it for downtime reasons. If you were to fully drain your shield barrier and then have to refill it, you've got a lot of downtime. I want to make sure that we have as much shield barrier as possible, just because of the fact that it's 4 attack versus 2. Also, as Baldus is a large unit, it takes more damage to take down his head. Yeah, you see we got a minus 50% morale damage penalty there. Just 20% from ability difference. The 2 attack really is a problem if we're up against like a 4-gen enemy. Nice level for Durant. And Baldus is taken down. Ugh. I can't let His Majesty down. Baldus pulls back. More of them? They're nothing if not persistent. It seems like they're stalling for time. Be on your guard. They've got to be up to something. Alright, so, assassins. Return the cannon quietly. Whoa! Hey, Millinor! There's more of them! Damn! So they were after the cannon. You okay, Killier? Don't worry about me. I won't let them take it. Yeah, this 2550 is actually pretty high card power. I'm not handing over this cannon. Then we'll take it from you. Why are you solo charging? What? You know, it's not an accident that I picked to use shield barrier here as my card of choice against Baldus, because I knew this was gonna happen. I played this game before, right? I knew that the assassin squad ambushed Killier over there. Yeah, just picking the right card for the right situation. Shield barrier is one of those cards that can let you beat bow units on their charge, and I mean, we didn't take any damage on that charge, which is really strong. If we had, we would have been in better shape than we would have been in. You know, I mean, we're in better shape now because we didn't take any damage. But if we had, we'd still been able to win because of the shield barrier. Unless we got down to 1, that would have been pretty dicey. All right, so we'll take this down a little bit. Bloody Claw is their card. It's not Knight, so they can't actually use it. And I want to make sure to shield off most of the dark boosted damage, because Zilva's got a dark boosting equipment to put on. Go. Let me just do a little bit of aggression here. Get down to 1v1, which is kind of annoying, but that's okay. Alright, more blood for the shield barrier card. We always love to see it. Killier doesn't gain experience, so, you know. Alright, so let's take a look at what we've got here. We have Elena with 5 luck. Now, if we were to choose an equipment for Millinor to get him to 5 luck, we could do that. We also have Silva over here with 3 luck. So if Silva is defeated by Killie, then she'll get a drop. None of our characters can get Elena's drop. So what do? Well, we form a union. Yeah, we unionize. That's how we win. What am I talking about? Oh, right. Yggdra union. Okay. So, let's go ahead. We want to make a union. Leading off with Killie, charging Elena. Luckily, as a Griffin Rider, so she's cavalry. She can go 1, 2, 3, get over here. Which conveniently enables this square as a space to put a unit. Given that we are in position to, this position doesn't have any diagonals. The only unit we can put here is Yggdra. So our union would end up being Killie, Yggdra, link into Millinor. That would have Millinor face off against Elena on her second participation. And we use the steel card and make sure that we charge it up fully so that Millinor has steel available from the get-go. And since Killie is an axe unit, we have the axe ace. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we'll have 4 squares to play with. We can get Durant down to a road, which will be pretty useful for later. And so that'd be 8, 9, 10, and then we can start moving Roswell toward Durant. Yep, that'll work. Squawk. Animal noises. Al, what's wrong, boy? More animal noises. Think there's something here? Well, I'll be. It's a cat's eye. You're the greatest, Al. Animal noises. Alright, put Yggdra over there, and Millinor there. And we actually want to make sure that Killie deals a decent amount of damage, but not an insane amount. Luckily, steel isn't strong enough that Elena would die in just Killie's charge. Zilva probably also wouldn't be defeated by Yggdra. We do have to be a little annoyed by the fact that Silva has dark damage up and Yggdra's weak to dark. But we'll probably be fine because we're on the charge. And now that I think about it, it's probably... Is it better after we move Durant here? Is it better to move Yggdra out of here? It might be. We can move her down 2, get her close to the action for the last part of the map. Yeah, that's probably fine. Because I think that no matter... if we get a crit, then we might take out Zilva, so we should probably move Durant first. Pick up the Aponki so we don't lose it to some enemy randomly stepping there. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and go passive. This is for Yggdra's benefit, not Millinor's. It would be ideal if Yggdra wins. If we go passive, like all the way, we can eat some of the rage meter. So Zilva gets less time with dark attack up. That might be useful. Yeah, that's not bad. Wow, 1 gen. Yeah. Not good for Zilva. 1 gen. The nice thing about Zilva's unit having Bloody Claw is they can't actually use it when it's not nighttime either, so they don't ignore the unit the card restrictions. Like, you know, the enemy gets to ignore ace restrictions, right? So luckily they still have to pay attention to timing restrictions. Alright. Takes a little while. No! Why? This isn't the crit we wanted. Millenor, why? Okay, well, goodbye to that item. After all that strategizing, it didn't amount to anything in the end. Alright, well, you know, I mean, that happens. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Alright. So yeah, Killia generally wins if she takes no damage from an assassin charge. So that's pretty nice. Not happy that Millenor got that crit, but it's one of those things. I'm just gonna try to deal with it. I think like if we're in full speedrun mode, then you really want to defeat Zilva right there. I'm not in full speedrun mode, so I don't really care. Alright, let's get into position, shall we? Let me go Gravity Chaos. Let's move Yggdra down. Something like that's probably fine. Alright. So fun thing, assassins are immune to dark damage, but they're not actually immune to the Gravity Chaos curse effect. It's the same with necromancers. So even against something that's completely immune to the damage that this card deals, you still want to use the effect. You still want to unleash against it. Because they still get hit with the curse, still take the extra morale damage, still deal less damage overall moving forward, still can't move that well. Even if you deal no damage with the unleash, it's still worth it. And we'll get a little bit of extra power on Gravity Chaos here, which is nice. We appreciate that. It's only 10 points, but 10 points can make the difference. Alright, so in theory, that's the last time Killia fights on this map. Ha! I've still got it! Protected the cannons. I've come with news. Zilva's unit has failed to secure the cannon. Your Majesty? Leave it. It's enough that we were able to join up with you. Go forth, my warriors. Fly to your enemies. Alright, so here comes trouble. Phew! Looks like some big shots on his way over. Oh my, that's Golkasa. He's leading their main force. Gulkasa? I don't know. I bet we've faced worse, haven't we? Gulkasa, my mother and father's murderer. Murderer? What? Who the hell is this guy? The Emperor of Bronchia, and the one who stole our capital. Emperor? You're telling me... I mean, that's the enemy's... Let me get this straight. We beat him, and the war ends? Ha! Let me at him! No! Huh? He's mine. When he dies, it will be by my sword. Yggdra? Alright, so let's see how this goes. Where are you going? Sorry, I saw that witch going off into the sticks. I'm like, what are you doing? Alright, so Durant should win this one. We got Millinor against a knight, Yggdra against a witch, and then Durant against a witch. We don't face any battle penalties, so that's probably fine. The biggest worry here is Yggdra against the witch. Luckily, since they're all in Gulkasa's army, they don't have access to a card. None of them can use skills, which means that they will be dealing more normal damage. But so will we, because we're just using the normal passive-aggressive mechanics. May as well try to get the Yggdra to face the witch with some rage left, so that we're not max at the very start. Yeah, that was what we call not a great charge. Luckily, we do have a statistical advantage. So Yggdra looks like she's winning this. It's pretty close. And that'll let Durant up against the last witch, which Durant is on a road, so he's got a decent shot of winning that one too. Because you gotta remember he's a large unit, so he has no battle penalty yet. So overall, as far as the enemy's first charge, this one was catastrophically bad for them. Alright. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Okay, so Gulkasa. You'll notice he has good stats. Very good stats, yes. He comes with the early drive, which is a equipment for Millinor, which is very, very good. It doesn't really matter for the enemy, because they don't use the same charge mechanics that the player does. But for Millinor, it's very, very good. He's Dragon Knight, so he has the same Wasteland advantage that Millinor has, and he voids fire. Now, this specific enemy, this incarnation of Gulkasa on this map in particular, is the main reason why it's recommended for a newer player to pick up Rosary instead of Roswell. You might think, why would that be? He voids fire. Rosary uses fire. It's because when he's aggressive, he also uses fire. And Rosary voids fire. Also, Rosary has a bit more of like imbalanced stats. I think she's got higher tech than Roswell at this point. So you can kind of use card unleashes to their fullest potential against him. That said, that's not really what we're doing right now. Alright. So let's think for a second. So we've got to get. We're going up. We've also got Yggdra that we gotta consider here. She's got the Zolfi, which is 1-on-1 equals win, which is annoying. It's very good with the Revolution. Fortunately, she doesn't have Revolution on this map because she's actually a member of Golkas's team. We got a bunch of randos. We got this random knight, this random witch, but those two are kind of not relevant. What I really would like to do is kind of gravity chaos this and the whole enemy team away, but I'd also need to get this spot if we took out Yggdra. Unfortunately, this square is not a road. So we'd end up looking at a union that's Yggdra, this guy, and this guy. We could seed the bottom area and make sure that Millinor is occupying this choke point. That might be the best way to make sure that we end up with a good, with a favorable enemy charge also. Because then we wouldn't have a knight on a road. The knight would have to move to participate. And Golkasa, and yeah, I think that's probably what we want to do. Take this! It's, you know, it's nice that we get some morale damage in. Alright, so we could technically have Millinor solo this. He would absolutely win every single one of these clashes, which is really funny. He might not win against Yggdra. It's possible that she wins with the Zolfi. Then we want to retreat Durant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would mean Roswell goes 8 to get out of there. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Because we do want to make sure we have a union running. So we look like this. Which looks really, really stupid until you know that we've got Gravity Chaos backing us up. So Millinor might lose this because because she might get him down to his just ahead. But getting Curse Afflicted is still pretty valuable, and he will basically win the follow-up charges. Yeah, Zolfi is a really annoying ability. 1-on-1 equals win it's a problematic weapon skill. Luckily, we're not really taking any damage. Alright, let's get Gravity Chaos Afflicted on this knight. Yeah, I know I said Gravity Chaos allows Millinor to beat Valkyries. It doesn't. It specifically does not allow Millinor to beat this Valkyrie because of Zolfi. I know it makes me look stupid, but it's just how it is. It does let Yggdra beat Knights though, which is pretty nice. Alright, there goes the knight. Then the last one. So the reason that we wanted to get Durant's tech up specifically is in case we needed to use Gravity Chaos on Golkasa with Durant. I knew Golkasa had high gen. 3 stars is relatively high still at this point. So I wanted to make sure that Durant didn't like miss every Gravity Chaos we were going for with him. It's that important. You'll see it throughout the rest of this game. I'm addicted to this card. It's really good. Alright, so Millinor got a loss. That's okay. We're gonna go ahead and retreat with Roswell. We're actually in a really funny position where if this guy for some reason charges, we have Killier in the Union. Which, I mean, is fair enough. The idea here is that we probably end up, yeah, with this. Yeah, so Millinor loses this one again because of 1v1 equals win. But again, if that didn't happen, if that weapon was not equipped, Millinor wins this every time. I think the funniest thing is if you have the Kill Blade from earlier, they both have 1-on-1 equals win, because that just cancels both of the skills out. Alright, so we've got Yggdra versus Witch. We're just gonna try to get that Gravity Chaos applied. And we do have Durant against Golkasa, as I mentioned earlier. Stop with canceling. As I mentioned earlier, that's why I got the tech up. We need the tech. Tech is important. Also, I'm not loving Durant's chances, even with Gravity Chaos. Because I haven't finished really talking about Golkasa as a unit yet. Mostly just we want to see him in action first. Alright, so that gets rid of that witch, which that'll help us a little bit. Ow. Yeah, that was a bad charge. Real bad charge. Alright, so, yeah. Alright, so Golkasa's special card gives him a morale damage bonus of 50% when he uses it, which is really strong. That is probably the least relevant thing that it does, but it is something that you have to pay attention to, or you will die. Alright, so... yeah. Golkasa, right? He is Dragon Knight. So he moves like a... like a cavalry unit. He moves like Durant or Killier would. You can move through enemy units. Not really relevant, but it can come up in terms of positioning. His weapon is a scythe. This is a weapon that we have not encountered before. It counters every one of the normal weapons. So, axe, lance, sword, all countered. It does not counter rods, but it is not countered by rods, if I'm remembering correctly. So yeah, it's a massive pain. Like it is painful to fight against that man. All right, so I think what we want to do here is use a high power card to try to take out Yggdra on this turn and get the Zulfi. And Golkassa's slowed, so he's actually completely out of the action for the next turn. Unless we want to get somebody in position to fight him, which we don't really. So Golkassa's card, by the way, you saw how it worked. He sacrifices every member of his unit that's still alive when he activates it, and gets massive stat bonuses for every unit that he sacrifices. This includes head HP, so he's very, very powerful when he uses it. Also, it breaks your gauge, so you don't get to use any of your skills anymore. It's pretty annoying. This particular map, if you don't have a plan to deal with Golkassa, it's not easy to overcome these stats and that card. And if you blew your Gravity Chaos without getting Curse on him, yeah, it's gonna hurt. Alright, so I'm thinking what we do now... What do we do? Hold on, I'm thinking real quick. So we'd like to get all 4 of our guys involved. We could move Durant down. And then move Roswell down also. That would get everybody involved. So then the Union would look something like Millinor, Durant. Durant against Yggdra is decent. And Millinor, Durant, Yggdra, Roswell, I think would be what we would be looking at. And we would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movement. Jeez, do we use Shield Barrier here? Actual card skills aren't as important against Golkassa as they usually would be, because you don't have that much time to use them. And Shield Barrier would help us take on Zulfi, because I really hate Zulfi. Alright, let's do it. Alright, Roswell takes this spot. Alright, and then we are looking at this lineup. Millinor takes out the Knight, so Yggdra goes up against Yggdra, and we end up with Roswell with an Yggdra that's fought 2 previous battles, so theoretically he's fine with Shield Barrier. We're just going aggressive with Millinor. We want to kill this Knight as fast as possible. Don't give them any chance to gain meter. Because that meter doesn't go away unless we lose a clash, which we don't want to do. And we get Durant out of the way early. He's the only one that can't get Yggdra to drop her item. So this is pretty good for us. That 5-tech counterattack didn't do any damage, which is nice. We appreciate that. I could try to go aggressive to get Yggdra against Yggdra with the holy damage active, but I don't really think that's a great plan. Because it's only going to be for a few moments anyway, even if we did go aggressive. Yeah, it might work, but like I don't think it's worth it. We still get some holy in there, so that's nice. I guess there is like a super random chance that Yggdra counterattacks and brings Yggdra down to 1, which means we can't win, but we'll see. Alright, so I think Yggdra finishes this off on this this part. Which is good. That leaves us with just Golgassa to deal with. Which is annoying and fine at the same time. It's kind of how you have to deal with him. He does experience battle penalty like a normal unit, so you know, every 2 times you fight him, he loses a guy. Alright. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Alright, so those 2 go down. Zolfie's dropped here. We're going to advance Durant. Because I think, if I'm remembering correctly, there's an item out here that is completely worthless, but I might as well try to go get it. Okay. Now, we are in trouble. We don't have any good cards left. Okay, so let's think here for a minute. So, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like 8, 9, 10. Just to have Millinor versus Golgassa. I think Millinor generally wins that because Golgassa's cursed. It'd be better in the short term to have Millinor here. So that would mean we could pick up the Zolfie. I don't really want to use Steel until we have more than one person in a union. Take this! Zolfie will come in handy later. So, you're the big man around here, huh? Get ready! We haven't been introduced, so I'll think of you as Prey. That battle forecast is grim. Alright, here we go. Ow! I mean, getting countered, you do kind of get screwed sometimes. It does happen. Yeah, this is a map where, if you have the Kill Blade from earlier, the 1-on-1 win that you can get way back in like the Undine chapters, it's a good map for it. Millinor has a good time against Golgassa with it. Yeah, I mean, it happens. It's better to lose before he activates his skill if you're gonna lose, because then you don't get the morale bonus. He doesn't get the bonus damage. Also, I'm like being super greedy for no apparent reason right now. So, be gone, Kerr. Now you've done it. Hold on. This day has been long incoming, Emperor of Carnage. I have no time to waste on weaklings like you. Yikes. Alright. Here we go. Let's go pick up a random item. We're being super greedy, but that's okay. This game is all about greed, right? No, it's not. It's not about greed. But yeah, you see, if we've got Vel'Koz cursed, we do stand a chance, but we still need to, you know, play well. I really need to lose before he activates his card. Please, please, please die, Milanor. Nope, not happening. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. No, it's okay. It's okay. I was like half a second before death, which really sucks. 50% morale damage at bonuses. It's pretty big. That bonus is lower in the PSP version, if I'm remembering correctly. It's pretty big. It's a pretty big bonus. Alright, so, cards. That's a road, so I guess we could have Durant fight Golgotha. It's not like the best play, because Durant kind of sucks. Okay. I think we're gonna do Sanctuary as a movement card. And just kind of reposition. Something like that, yeah. Okay. Banshee's Cry? That might work. Emperor of Carnage, I have you at last, Golgotha. I'm impressed that you lasted this long, Princess Yggdra. I'll never forgive you. Then you've no choice but to defeat me. Come. Do we move? I think we might. Did we move Durant in? That's the real question. Like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 5, and then we can move Milanor out on the counter. Yeah, I think we do. Again, this battle forecast is looking bleak. Alright, we kind of have to use Banshee's Cry here. Going from 4 attack to 1 is a massive difference. And like, this compounds with Gravity Chaos's curse set. So Golgotha should not be dealing anywhere near as much damage. Well, that was really horrible timing. Yggdra's gonna lose within half a second. I swear. It's gonna happen. Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong. It took like a full second. Yeah, I mean this is just this map. It's yeah, there's some problems here. Problems, you know. All right, can we get an even remotely decent clash? My guess is no, but we'll figure it out. The Roswell and Durant clashes will do better. I will say that, because they'll be up against Golcasa with 2 as opposed to Golcasa with 3. Eleanor. There we go. Oh, that was real close. Oh, that was really close. So funny story. Yeah. I actually don't want to win with Durant here, which is kind of funny. Because this is going to vaporize his morale if he loses. I mean, it's fine if I do, because we just lose out on the early drive. That's even assuming Durant does enough to take him out, which I think he does. It's very close. Alright. So, you know, we got some good value out of Durant these last couple maps. He's kind of back up to pace with Nietzsche and the rest of the team. Also, Nietzsche is horrendous against Golcasa because she's weak to fire. Your Majesty? Oh no! His Majesty's been injured! Your Majesty, speak to me! Accursed Fantasinians. They are dead men! Ugh! Withdraw all troops! Keep His Majesty safe until Corona! This does not surprise anyone. Alright, well, we missed out on a couple things. We missed out on the early drive, and we missed out on the, the Rainbow Arch. Rainbow Arch is not particularly important. Early drive would have been nice, but it's not necessary by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think that the Zolfi is the most important item to get here. That maybe Ipunki, because that'll let even if you have Durant end up being underleveled, that lets him kind of fight like above his weight class, because it's a really strong equipment. The Imperial Army is retreating. Our deepest wish has been finally granted. Our homeland is free once more. Long live the princess! Princess, we did it. Never mind. Where is Golcasa? I'm sorry, princess. Amidst the chaos, I will find him. I'll make him regret what he did. Princess. Well, they've got their capital back. Are we done here? Let's get out of here and live real life again, Melanor. They promised me this castle. Our old base was lost to the Empire's torch. I was hoping for a new place we could call our home. But now that I've got it, I don't know, I feel restless. Huh? This is all wrong. I want to see the world with my own eyes. I want to be more than I was. And don't tell me you're falling for that. Huh? You gotta speak up, Killier. Those cannons, yeah, they'll deafen you if you're not careful. It's nothing. Huh? Alright, so, it was a little messy, but we got a win in there. We got a win. So it was a win. We can count that in the wins column. Alright, so next time we're going to... Is this like Machina Bridge? Machina Bridge? Machina Bridge? Machina Bridge? I literally have no idea how to pronounce this. Oh, I'll come up with something next time. So, without any further ado then, this has been Shadow SP. Signing off. Thanks for watching. Volcasa's pretty strong, huh? Yeah, well, we got through it though. Signing off.